$70 games. We all saw this one coming. In case you didn't already know, $70 games was kind of already a thing. But yeah, the dark days of gaming are ahead, ladies and gentlemen. Much more games are now going to be around the $70 price tag. Games are going to become a lot more expensive, especially new and upcoming games. Some games are still the reasonable $60 or, $59.99, but a large amount of games are now going to cost $70. Sometimes even more if you get the special edition of that game. Now, some people may not see this as too big of an issue, especially since these are next-gen games. You maybe think to yourself, well, these are next-gen games. Next-gen games require more work to make, and they look better, the visuals are improved, the performance is better. I wish I could tell you that the gameplay was also improved along with those graphics, but honestly, they're not. And to me, this is one of the biggest reasons why games are simply not worth $70, because modern games are just not really good. This is coming from someone who is disappointed with modern games or, new games. Now, I understand that some people may be offended by this, because maybe people are maybe like, oh, you're just being a downer, new games are good, all that good stuff. I mean, if you guys want to still have faith in the modern video game industry, that's fine. But honestly, I feel like a lot of new games these days are either rushed or made with the wrong intent. Either games are made just to print money without any love and passion being put into them, or the games just end up being rushed to the point where they come out being half-baked, and then they're just, broken. And then you end up paying $70+ for a game that doesn't even function properly. So I'm someone who just really doesn't really care about, new games. I mean, as you can see, I'm looking at the Dead Space remake here. I am a huge fan of horror games. I am actually someone who's excited about Resident Evil 4. And, I'm really proud of Capcom, because if I could show you right here, Resident Evil 4 is a reasonable $60. The deluxe edition is $70. See, that's how it should work. The deluxe edition of a game should cost $70. The normal edition should cost the same price of $60. I really don't even see the point of charging an extra $10 or an extra plus 10 for these games. You got tax and everything. So it's a $70 plus game. Like, I really don't get why. I really don't get why the prices are rising for games. I mean, again, you could just say it's because of they're next-gen games, and next-gen games require more work from the developer to make them, and, because they run better. But to be completely honest, I still don't think that's actually worth the asking price. And again, modern games or new games are just so disappointing these days. I mean, new games these days are either rushed or they're made with the completely wrong intent, because, I've said this before, but a lot of new games are not really made with the same love and care like they used to. And if a game is not being made by a developer who is actually putting love and care into their game, then obviously they're not going to care enough about it to make it good. So that's why a lot of new games these days are just not really worth it. Like, some new games are not even worth $60. Now you're going to be paying $70 for them. But this is going to be something that's going to be occurring a lot more in the future, ladies and gentlemen. Now, for those of you who are financially insecure or low income, don't panic just yet. An option you have is, of course, Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass, or of course you always have sales, because digital games do end up going on sale a lot. Yeah, don't panic just yet. Personally, in my opinion, I am very disappointed about this, because like I said, I just really don't think that new games are worth $70. I really don't care about the fact that the graphics and all that. And I also don't care if these games require more work from the developers. Now, if it's a game that's actually good, and if it's a game that actually had love and care put into it by a developer who actually cared about making a good game for us in the first place, then yes, I would be a lot less angry about the fact that the games are now going to be costing $70. But that's just the thing though. You can't really expect new games to be made with love and care anymore, because developers these days care more about money than actually making a good game. And in order for a game to be good, it has to be made by a developer who is putting a lot of dedication and a lot of care into it, because obviously that's the only way to make a game good, because the developer actually has to care about making good, or their developers, like the developers have to actually care about making a good game, not just about making money. And a lot of new games these days just really don't have those type of developers behind them. You know, you've got all these half-baked garbage ass games that are made by developers who are just like, yeah, let's make a game and we know people are going to buy it, but we don't have to care about actually making it good because we already know people are going to buy it. And even if not a lot of people buy it, at least some people brought it and we still get our money. So you've got these horrible developers out here who are making these terrible games. I mean, all these new games right now, like if I had to make a guess, one of these games is definitely going to suck. I highly doubt it'll be Resident Evil 4. Capcom is one of the only good modern developers these days, but if there's one game here that I assume is going to suck, it's definitely going to be Dead Island 2. Dead Island 2 is definitely going to suck ass. This game is going to be garbage right here. Dead Island 2. This game is going to suck, and so is Dead Space. The Dead Space remake is also going to suck. If Dead Space remake doesn't end up sucking, then either it's going to be broken at launch, or there's going to be some other problem with it. But yeah, games should definitely not cost $70. Even good games, to me, should not cost $70. I feel like that's way too much money for games these days, even if it's a next-gen version. Especially if it's a next-gen version, we should not be asked to pay extra just to play a next-gen game on our next-gen console. I've said this before. Developers should not charge you extra money just to play a game that was made for a next-gen console you paid $500 for, because they're essentially charging you extra just to use the hardware that you spent $500 on. So yeah, but anyways, thank you guys so very much for watching. I want to give a quick shout out to M64 Bros. He also made a video talking about this. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this quick little discussion video. Let me know what you think about games costing $70. Personally, I do think it is pretty stupid. I don't think games these days should be $70. It's definitely a little too much. I wish games would go back to just costing $60. And not all games are going to cost $70. There are going to still be some games that are going to be reasonably priced, like this game right here, this SpongeBob game, I guess, or fuck this game. Yeah, don't panic just yet. We still are getting reasonably priced games. But yeah, thank you guys so very much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed. If you stuck by to the end, thank you very much for hearing what I have to say. And yeah, let me know down in the comments, what do you think about this whole $70 thing? And yeah, I will see you guys in my next video. But take care, y'all, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.